Bonger's Jake here with a whole armful of crossbows. What's that going to mean? It's going to be shootout time. I'm going to actually, in one video, I'm going to compare what I think of all three of these blasters all together. You've seen videos on each one of them except for the CrossBolt. I haven't done a video on it yet. It will get its own future video. But for now, let's include it in a quick shootout. So what we have are crossbow style blasters from three of the biggest brands on the market right now. Of course, it being Nerf, Busby, and X Shot, which is made by Zuru. A lot of people are already seen, they have seen and are familiar with the CrossBolt. It's Nerf's currently actually band-powered blaster that is magazine fed. Comes with a 12-round magazine and Nerf Elite darts. It is in the Elite series. It was going for $22.99. I actually got mine on discount, but $22.99 was the retail price when I purchased mine. I used a discount through Walmart's website and I got mine for $15.49. Now, right now I think it's back up to the regular price, so expect to pay anywhere from $20 to $30 depending on where you buy it. I'll put a link to the current Best Buy in the description of this video, so take a look down there for that. But going off of the retail price of $22.99, what you get is simply the blaster, 12-round magazine, and enough Elite darts to fill it. So let's move on to the comparison. From X Shot, you have, from their Bug Attack series, that's what the little splat means, you have just simply called the crossbow. What you get is, again, true band-powered pump action. This one is bottom pump action, with the CrossBolt being top prime, much like a Retaliator. And you get one magazine, which is a proprietary, meaning this is the only magazine that works with it. This magazine doesn't work with other blasters. This blaster does not accept other magazines. It is proprietary. You must use this magazine. Now, not Busby, but X Shot makes other blasters, and some of their other blasters also include the magazines. So if you've bought their other blasters before that are magazine fed, you're in luck. You can cross-compatible that with this. But if you haven't, which I was thinking one's, I believe, the Hurricane, if you haven't bought other X Shot magazine fed blasters, and this would be your first, basically think of it just like you would a drum fed, like as in a cylinder fed. Say your Hammer Shots, the Busby Zenith little pistol, anything that has a built-in cylinder. Think of it, that's how you have to use this, unless you can manage to scrounge up one somewhere. Because as far as I know, they're not sold anywhere. Big drawback. But it is a 6-shot capacity, pump action, and I got this, again, for about $19.99. So almost the same price range of the CrossBolt. Moving on, last but not least, is Busby's Walking Dead series Dwight's crossbow. Again, right at about the same price range, $19.99. This one is, again, top prime, magazine fed, just like the CrossBolt. Instead of pump action like the X Shot crossbow, this one is cross-compatible magazine-wise. It takes any Busby magazine, any Nerf magazine, including drums, and aftermarket magazines such as off-brands and Worker. I have tested it with Worker 22-round magazines. Works just fine. And it will accept Nerf drums. So, what's the difference in this? This one is not band-powered. This is just for looks, as you can see there. I have it loose. It's just fed through to give the appearance of a crossbow. This is a true spring-action powered blaster. If you watch my review on it, you'll see there are some pluses and negatives to the spring-powered. Spring-powered, really the only negative is that you have to take it apart to upgrade it. The band-powered ones, NF Strike does sell upgraded higher tension bands that you can add on, or possibly if you have good ingenuity, you could probably double them up for extra power. Now, Springer, you take it apart, open it up, take the plunger tube out, put in a heavy spring, take out your air restrictor, and you've made a pretty beastly blaster. Because I know I modified similar internals on my Busby Interceptor here, and this one routinely hits 135 to 140 feet per second, which is quite simply double the performance of Nerf blasters, which average about 70. This stock has the highest performance of the three. I'm going to move on to the performance area here of my comparison. Highest performance of the three. I'm going to splice in a chronograph test session starting here. There's 75. 71.1. 70.9. 74.4. And 71.7. Okay, I think we all can agree that was a fluke. 79.6. 88.7. 95. 84.2, and I'll throw in an extra one because of that first misread. And a failure to read here. So let's refire another one. 90.9. 73.2. 71.3. 86. 'Ricocheted hit the camera. It was 84.7. And 77.5. That is a live chronograph test of the Nerf CrossBolt, the Busby Walking Dead series Dwight's crossbow, and the X Shot Crossbow. And as you can see, they range in power from the Busby being significantly more powerful to the X Shot and the Nerf CrossBolt being about equal. So there you have it. Back onto the review. Now coming back, you've seen this has the highest performance of the three, and followed basically almost dead even with the Nerf CrossBolt and the X Shot crossbow, which is just simply called the crossbow again. Those two are about even, and as you can see, I use Nerf Elite darts to eliminate a variable. Firing them all with the same dart means that you can take a look and see with the same projectile how they perform. The X Shot crossbow does perform slightly better with its own X Shot ammo. Those darts are a little lighter, shorter, and therefore better initial velocity. Now if you throw those same darts in other blasters, they should have the same performance gains. Again, the darts that come included with the Busby Dwight's crossbow, they are a long distance variation, different color, but they're long distance. Those darts have zero accuracy, they fly everywhere, but they truly do sail. Outside, they will sail. If they hit right, they will fly. And some blasters may gain 10-15 feet range using those. But the reason for using the standardized Nerf Elite darts is everybody's familiar with them, you know what your blaster does with them, and therefore you can see what it does in each of these. That means if you're not going to upgrade them, this one will allow you to pop off a shot. Let's say you come around cover, pop a shot off real fast, duck back down. If your target's out in the open, the difference of 10 feet per second, give or take, is enough for somebody could actually duck it, or somebody's going to get hit right in the forehead. Noticeable difference. Now that said, for performance and price, if that's all you care about, here's your number one pick. This one can be modified heavily without spending a lot. Check out my Interceptor mod video. I put a $15 worker spring kit in it. That's a 7 kilogram spring. I took out the locks, which you wouldn't have to do. The locks don't make a performance gain, it's more of a convenience gain. Take out the air restrictor, put in that 7 kilogram worker spring, and this thing will punch way past 100 feet per second. No problem. But you may not like the grip, it is not a true crossbow, and this stock is useless. So something to keep in mind. Moving on to the X Shot. This thing looks the best out of the three. If you don't mind the little splat thing, it's kind of weird, kind of neat, depends on your taste. But as far as looks, feel, fit, and finish, this actually has been very trouble-free, and it has dart storage on the bow arms. This thing is heavy duty on the bow. I don't think anything here is going to give. The way that it's hooked in is very nice. It would be easy to put in the upgraded NF Strikes band in here. And all around, the stock is actually useful. The jam door is hidden very nicely. You don't even see it's there until you pull it up. But all that said, if this thing accepted every magazine, this would be the hands down winner. As is, that's too big of a drawback to make it a winner of a comparison in my book. Very nice blaster, and probably the nicest overall bow for ergonomics, fit, feel, finish. It actually feels even better built than the Nerf CrossBolt. But I can't give it the win in a comparison when you're hampered by this is the only magazine you get. And unless you're going to go hacking up your other magazines, you're not going to use a different one. So, bringing me to the CrossBolt. What do I think of it? It's very compact, but not in a terrible way. You can see that I'm holding it up tight to me, but it's not like the Dwight's crossbow from Busby. That one feels small in a cramped way. This feels small in a good way. You have the grip up here, which is nice. Jam doors here, jam door here. Easy access to both. So if you have a jam in the magazine, or if you have a jam at the band where it feeds, you can clear it out and do it easily. And you will have a jam here or there. I have had jams with the CrossBolt. But even that said, you have you have a tactical rail at the bottom. You could put a grip on here if you wanted to. It has, of course, magazine compatibility like crazy. The only one, this one is not going to take drums very well because it would get in your way. So that is something to think of. The way the band is attached is not as good as the X Shot. You have to actually unscrew a plate at the back here, and it's wound around, and you unscrew the plate, and there's a knotted up end inside of that plate. So you have to feed the band through, and you have to then knot it if you were going to redo it yourself, and then manage to screw the plate back on over the knot to lock it in place. It's secure, it'll hold, but it's a little more finicky to get to. I took it apart once just to check it out, and it's a little more finicky. The X Shot, they had a better idea. It was a knotted up anchor that once you lock it in place, it's not going anywhere, but it's also easy to undo if you need to. So what do I think? What's the winner? Is it the CrossBolt, Dwight's crossbow, or the X Shot Crossbow? Well, it's definitely not the X Shot. I like the thing. It has the best fit, finish, feel overall. It's no more powerful than the Nerf, but it just feels better. It's the best feeling out of the three. However, that mag incompatibility is enough that it shoots itself right in the foot. So between these two, if you're looking for pure power, go with the Busby. It accepts every magazine. It has no issues in any way, shape, or form. Never had a single jam. It's the least problematic out of all three, and it's the most powerful. However, has the worst ergonomics. So overall, even though I am a Busby fan, the Nerf CrossBolt, if you're looking for a true crossbow, that already is going to eliminate the Busby. It's a Springer that looks like a crossbow. This one's true bow powered. It has a true band. You can upgrade the power, so even though it's lacking compared to the Busby, this can also be upgraded. And we're going to see how much I can get out of it. I ordered one of those NF Strike upgraded bow bands that was designed for the CrossBolt, and I'm going to install it. And I'm going to do a follow-up video and show, can I get this thing to be on par with the Busby? Because as of now, this would be the best bow to pick up for your money, since they're all about the same cost. And the fact is, with all the features it has, you're going to get a jam once in a while with the bands. I did with both the X Shot and with this. This one's easier to clear out. This one has full mag compatibility. Nice, easy to use ergonomics, easy to prime up on top, and basically worry-free overall. It does have multiple sling points everywhere, which the other two lacked. So, for my pick, if you're wanting your crossbow, get the Nerf CrossBolt. And then while you're at it, go ahead and order the NF Strike upgraded band. I'll put a link to that below, so that way, not only can you get a really nice feeling bow, which is a unique blaster in and of itself, but you can make it more powerful. This is Mongoose Jake with my blaster crossbow comparison. Thanks for watching.